Hi everyone, it's Ayozia here. I'm just been playing in my large art journal. I did this spread last night and I don't know, I didn't film it, but I'm just wanting to play a little bit more with this page, so I just thought I'd turn on the camera and chat whilst I was doing it. I'm not sure entirely how it kind of looks almost finished. I need to work on her face though. And I thought I would come on and chat, although now I've started speaking I feel like I've got nothing to chat about, so let's see. But I'm just gonna add a little color to her face, I think. But yeah, I just thought I would film this, because what I tend to do sometimes is I film videos and then I don't publish them because I talk myself out of it and then the moment has passed. So in this art journal, I remember filming the process for this whole page and talking about it. I was talking about transition, and funny enough, we did end up going through a time of transition shortly after that. But I don't know, I didn't publish it because then the moment passed. So I filmed the process for this page, which I will publish. I wasn't chatting though, it was just like it's going to be like a speeded up process. And so you can see that I like the same colors, the blues and the pinks. It's just my just the color that's the color palette that I like for my personal journals. So that's just like a background page. What I tend to do is at the end of a session of doing something, if I have lots of paint left on my palette, I'll just use it to paint background pages, because it's much better to have a springboard the next time I come to journal. And this flimsy paper, actually, I think I did put gesso down there. It's taken the paint really well. And last night I just used up my excess paint on these pages, so I'm looking forward to having a play in here. But then I just thought it'd be nice to work large as well. So yeah, so that's just what I'm doing. So I've got these pens. I don't tombow pens. I forgot I had them actually, and I know that they're water soluble, because I really do not feel like fishing out my acrylics again, because it is quite messy and it's a little bit too involved. So I'm just going to use some water soluble pens and crayons and see if I can finish this page. I was chatting in one of my videos, well, a video I filmed yesterday, but I don't know when I'm going to publish this one, so about the fact I have a rose stamp set coming up, and this image here is one of the stamps, although this isn't a stamped image because I'm still waiting for the samples to come back. So I've been playing a lot in my journals with roses and just this idea of blooming. I know it's autumn, but I'm not talking really seasonally. I just mean like in life. Yeah, just using some images from that. So yeah, I just thought I'd play with that image from my stamp design. So yes, let's see if I can use these pens to add something to her face. She's looking very pale at the moment. I don't mind that the colours are not realistic. It's not, I quite like that. It's not coming across, mind you, it's not a white, I don't know why my voice is so croaky. It's not a white surface, so the colour's not coming up as I thought it would actually. Let's see, that's quite a thin. Yes, it is water soluble. So it's just adding a very delicate layer of colour over that. I think I'm going to use my inktense crayons, because they are water soluble as well. I haven't used these for a very long time. I need some brown. Try this out somewhere else before I put it on to see how that colour is gonna. It's quite dark, yes, I don't mind that. So my thinking with this page is I'm going to be using some words that are actually in my stamp set. So this one is a scrap of paper, but it's for beauty to blossom. It's the lyrics of a song actually that I wrote about a rose garden. So the lyrics are: a rose garden falling into bloom, petals unfurling to make more room for beauty to blossom, layer by layer. My heart has been calling its own whispered prayer. And I think my thinking on this page is just that desire for to bloom into something else, you know. That I think in the last video, which I didn't publish, I was talking about transition and how difficult that can feel when everything is unclear and you just don't know, you don't really know how things are going to work out. And that's part of the process that we're going through as a family, just with our housing and work. There's lots of change afoot, but I know that also represents an opportunity for change, but like in a good way. Oops, what am I doing? I was doing that. You know, and it's just kind of trusting the process, even though it feels difficult at the time. Because transition is always good. No, well, it's not always good. It can be painful. Like, you know, we experienced a transition of a different kind with my mother-in-law's passing, her transition, and that was painful. But sometimes, you know, in life, change can actually be an opportunity for something good to come. I am making this woman on the page look very mournful. Must have been my mood yesterday. I didn't draw it from a reference, but I feel like I need to cheer her up a bit, but I don't actually know how. Maybe that's okay, because her desire is that she wants to blossom like this rose. You know? So maybe that's okay. It doesn't always have to be hooray. But I do want to give her a bit more of a smile. It's a bit better. Maybe if she had a bit of colour in her cheeks, she'd look a bit less like... I love that little bit of neon pink. I don't know if you can pick it up. That's in her eye. On the next time I have my acrylics out, I might put a bit more in the other eye. Well, I'll do it now because it's only one. It's only one colour. Well, the way I tend to work is once I start, I get everything everywhere. So this is called Fluorescent Pink. It's a De La Rowney acrylic paint. Oh, I only needed a tiny bit. Let's find a smaller brush. There. I don't know if that's even showing on. And I've got some neon pink in her hair as well. To be honest, I'm not actually doing very much to this image. I thought I was going to completely transform it, but I don't think I will. Look, can you see in her eyes that neon pink? I don't know why. I really, really love that. What do I need to do? Let's try a warmer tone. What is this? This is called Tan. In my recollection, though, I think when I dilute this, let's see, it tends to look a bit green. No. Yeah, it does tend to look a bit green. That's okay, I have a lot of green on the page. some colour to her hair. This page is actually very thin paper, but I gessoed it first, so it seems to be coping quite well with all the layers that I've put on there. Yeah, see, yeah, I was right. It does come across quite green. Don't like that very much. I do find that with these inktense crayons, they don't, when they're dry, they're one thing, and then when you add water, they become almost a whole nother shade, which can be good, but also not so good. Let's put that there, go with that green. It has actually added some warmth to the page. What colour is this? Mustard. I better not use that on her face. What's this one? Saddle brown. She needs some eyebrows, doesn't she? She still looks sad. I don't feel sad, but yeah, she does look sad. Don't want to rip through this paper, so I'm trying not to apply a lot of pressure. Yeah, I don't mind at all that the colours are not realistic. That's not really my aim with this at all. I like the fact that the background is still showing through on her face. The earring there. I'm using a white pen, this brand. It works quite well over acrylics. Okay, I'm just gonna stick this down. I've been playing with the words from my stamp set. As I say, they're lyrics from a song, but I've just been trying them out in different contexts. Because that's a prayer, isn't it? That's, well, certainly my prayer, that out of this season of uncertainty and grief and loss, which we've experienced as a family, that beauty would blossom in each and every one of us. My prayer for you too, you know, as you explore your own creativity and whatever your life circumstances, that you would be able to see beauty blossom in you and around you. So I'll put those words there. And I quite like the way that blue is sort of becoming, it sort of blends it into the page when you do that. So yes, I will have this, the samples to my stamp set arriving next week, which I'm so excited. I think next week, yeah, because I got an email saying it had been approved. So, so yeah, this is one of the stamps for Beauty to Blossom, and this one, Falling into Bloom. That will be, is it? I better not say what I'm not actually sure whether that is on there. I think that's on there. Yes, it is. Falling into Bloom for Beauty to Blossom, and Rose Garden is the other words. So yeah, that's that one. So so I've just, yeah, I've been full on in thinking about roses, painting lots of roses, but I'll do another video about that. Well, here we are. I don't think she cheered up very much, but here she is. Thanks for joining me. Lots of love. Bye bye.